definitely. Let's talk a little bit. You know what was nice over the weekend that I'd never been to before was Cheesecake Factory. It was so nice.
Yeah.
I took my girl to a date to Cheesecake Factory because she was like, I know you never been there before. We should go there. It's right at that P83 complex with like the movie theater and all the other food places. And like inside it looks really nice. It has like those Sistine Chapel like paintings on the roof or the ceiling, I should say. And then like marble floors. And then we got this little booth in the corner. And the menu, by the way, JOBINS, it was like huge. It was a book. I was overwhelmed by the options.
Really?
At Cheesecake Factory.
Well, it is the Cheesecake Factory.
But like they had chicken tenders. They had like Thai curry chicken. They had all these pastas, seafood pastas, burgers, sandwiches, Mexican food. I was like, where do I pick? And then I went with this like pasta with chicken and mushrooms, and it was all right. I should have got the chicken fingers like my girl got. The chicken fingers were way more quality. I don't know, dude. I was like, these are great. I was upset, and I had to eat. I finished my leftovers and everything.
You just bragged about a fucking cool menu and chicken fingers.
Was the best part, yeah.
Okay.
And on top of that, oh my God, the
cheesecakes. Basic
cheesecakes.
white girl shit I've heard.
The cheesecakes.
Oh yeah.
Cookie dough and pecan cheesecake.
There you go.
Have you ever heard of such a thing? It was amazing. I was in heaven. We split one. I almost could have had one to myself.
Yeah, I've actually never been to the Cheesecake Factory myself. So
we could
I'm
go.
missing out.
We could go every day for 34 days to try every flavor for each day.
Dude, I have gained weight. JOBINS, I fucking have gained weight. I'm getting back, not trying. I'm getting back into the swing of things. So I can't be doing that kind of shit.
True. Yeah, I should be doing better at that too.
Yeah, you guys are sometimes bad influence, especially Brock, man. I'm so jealous of you guys because you can eat like absolute shit and be completely fine. It's incredible. It's probably you're not fine inside. And the other day, Brock had a headache, and I was just thinking, I'm like, well, all my boy eats is fucking mac and cheese and pizza. I'm like, yeah, you probably got some headaches.
I mean, definitely.
But look at him.
Better diets could definitely help. Right. He's not going to.
And look at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
I could be like, hey, maybe sheep better. And be like, well, he'd just be like, look at me. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can't argue it. When you look like that, you can eat whatever the fuck you want.
Mm-hmm. It's just more of a accomplishment for you. And when you're in good shape, is like, wow, I have to work even harder than all you others, like average mofos.
Fucking Petrie. 2 minutes in.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of
saying hi.
There's a lot of action going on downstairs.
It's Sunday football.
The
boys are going wild. If you hear him, we're sorry, JOBINS. If you hear little Blakey Poo screaming his little heart out because someone got a touchdown,
but,
no worries. Yeah, there he is.
I hope everybody's enjoying football.
Oh yeah.
Good time. It's a good season. It just started, so your fantasy teams, hope they're all doing good. That's a lot going on there.
Come on, carry it. Keep going, baby.
Did you?
No dead time.
I got you. Well, I'll lead on with this too, JOBINS. I don't know if you're familiar, if you're big football people, but my boys Blake and Brock, they were talking about it a little bit ago. The head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes is Deion Sanders. Prime time back in the day. Prime time now, Coach Prime. 14 seasons with the NFL and 9 seasons with the MLB, like as a high-level athlete. And he's won 2 Super Bowl titles and has made a World Series appearance. He's the only athlete to do that, to be in both major leagues and see a World Series and Super Bowl appearance. And both of his sons play for the college team that he's coaching at, and they're just killing it. Isn't that...
Cool. That's pretty sick.
That's like a 30 for 30. Like a sports documentary needs to be made about that happening. Right. I'm like, dude, how much of a G would you feel like if not only are you that much of an athlete and have those accolades, but then your sons that you coach on the highest collegiate level are doing that successful? Like, that's like that Lonzo Ball level shit.
Mm-hmm. That's what Sean's going to do one day when he has a little boy.
Just have his kids be complete savages.
They need to have a 30 on 30 on you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the Brendan Moran in 30 for 30.
Hey man, I feel like I have been leveling up, you know, trying to
100%.
get better and better. So that's
You
awesome.
level up every day, baby.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Proud of you.
Hey, everybody in here, dude. We surround ourselves with the right people. It's just gonna gradually be happening.
Oh yeah, Tim and Sean, they just went to Montana, dude. They looked like they had the trip of their life. It looked like so much fun. That's the kind of trip I love too. That I haven't had a trip like that in a long time. Just a good camping trip. Get some nature, do some fun shit. Shooting guns is all cool and shit. I'm not the biggest one to shoot guns, even though I'm a fucking John Wick.
Damn,
You know
that's
what I mean?
true. You did really good when you were shooting with Blake and Sean. I would be go to Montana, you know, like because have you ever been to that state and like actually camped there?
Nah, I did tell Tim, I was like, Missouri beats the shit out of Montana boys any day of the week, and he goes, yeah, right, bud. I just like fucking with Tim.
It'd be fun to camp in both states
I wanna
with
outshoot
the
'em.
boys and see what they would think is better.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, have they ever camped in Missouri?
Well, I'm sure Montana's pretty beautiful with the woods and shit. Fucking, it's hot here. It's the desert. It's been a hot year, Jobins. I'm ready for it to be over.
Oh my god! And then like, it's been so hot that algae's just been even more of an issue. We had to dump 8 gallons of liquid chlorine
Wanna
into
go
our
swim?
pool. Do you know how toxic that stuff is?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know
dude.
if you just poured liquid chlorine into like the bathtub and then you dunked in it, it would fuck you up.
Oh, yeah, dude. Just getting my hands in there a little bit, trying to screw the thing off. Took my hands out, like, just a couple minutes went by. I'm like, holy shit, my hands are dry. Had to wash them.
That'd be like my saw trap. It'd be like you have to dive in a pool of just liquid chlorine, and at the bottom's the key to like get out.
This pool's been a fucking disaster for us, Jobins. We had it clear for a little bit, and then we went on, did a whole bunch of travel, and it's fucking been a pain in the ass ever since.
You know what
So-
is so funny, bro? Is like, because I keep going to this place called Leslie's Pools, and this guy, Jason, that I've been working with, he was just like, it's not clean yet? And he had this look of like just shock. Like, we've done everything. We've done everything. He and then he gave me this like business card for this other guy, Johnny, for like clean blue pools.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, he came in, he threw in this shock. I was like, that's shock, right? Because, you know, I'm like pool professional now. So I know the chemicals.
Pool
I
literate?
recognize them when I see them come out. And I'm like, that's shock. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's not that stuff you're getting at Leslie's Pools, though. This is that industrial level stuff. Jobins, it didn't put a dent in the pool, right? He was pouring. I didn't even know some of the. He was like, you got to be a chemist when you're working with pools. I was like, no shit. It's green. Then I text him, send him a picture. He's like, you know what? Hail Mary, last ditch effort. If we can't do this, we're going to have to drain the bitch. 8 gallons of liquid chlorine. And yeah, it was crazy. Me, Brock, and we dumped it all in there. Had it been running, backwashing the pool. Jobins, if you ever get into pool maintenance, really do your homework because it will help out.
Oh, God.
Learning experience here, and hopefully we'll get that sucker all in shape by the time we're on our next pod. Hopefully, God willing.
I think so. We're in a good direction. You guys been killing it.
Oh, thank you.
What else you got?
What else I got? Last night, we watched Back to the Future for the first time because my girlfriend, like, it's cool because she hasn't seen a lot of movies like we have.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one of my favorite ones that I like grew up on. So we watched Back to the Future last night, and Blake and Brock actually stuck around and watched it too with us.
That's
that
pretty
night.
sick.
And it was like everybody had been watching it for the first time almost.
Except for you. But you felt like it. I get that feeling.
And then like it was so great. Like the references were great. The acting was awesome. Dude, it was like that Ready Player One moment where I was just like, this movie's a classic. And the lines that are being delivered, it was just all around. It was still good. It was still a fun movie to watch. And like the whole time travel predicament and like Marty McFly getting in the way and like having to get his parents to hook up and like all the jokes we were making on the side talking about how awkward it is. It's just, it was a
Still
good
holds up?
viewing experience. It's still like easily a 9.2 out of 10 for me, dude.
Damn.
And then not only that, it's like I still can look forward to showing her the other 2 movies, Back to the Future 2 and 3, because the whole trilogy goes hard, Jobins.
Think they'll ever dip back into that one?
I would love if they did a reboot, because think about this, 2025, right? And then you go back to 1995. And you'd have some kid in 2025 go back in time trying to get his parents back together in a 1995 senior dance or something. Easy peasy. That's Reboot City.
So we're recasting too?
Oh, dude, most definitely.
Oh, damn. Are there originals in it at all?
No, you gotta you gotta clean everybody out.
Damn, why not?
The hardest thing would
What
be
if you just like have them in it in the beginning, like do a real easy Jumanji type shit. Just have them in the beginning and then have them get lost. They're in another little thing, and then maybe they gotta save them. Then they're at the end. Just 2 little scenes. Throw them in there.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm down for anything. If we get more Back to the Future, I'm
Dude,
always game.
I'm fucking sick of everything just keep getting mined and dipped into and redone and fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
And then this writer's strike still going on and everything. It's just, damn. We were just getting into the swing of things, and then AI had to come fuck it all up. Did you hear about Brightburn?
Brightburn?
Or not Bright, hold on. Yeah, Brightburn. Brightburn 2. Did you ever watch Brightburn?
What was the first one about?
The little kid who was like Superman, but he was evil.
Oh my god. Banks. I liked that movie too. Yeah. That was good. They're having a second one?
Yeah. Well, they keep talking about it, and apparently it's going to be in production soon, and they're going to use AI to write the screenplay. Here it is. Here's the beginning of the dawn. Beginning of the time.
That's, oh man. Yeah, you're going into, what if it's really good too?
That's the thing. If it's really, I don't know, man. Is that the one to be like, hey, let's do it? That's the one to start with. You know what I mean? What happens when AI writes like something that just makes, what if AI wrote something that made us all come together?
Like Alien Invasions?
Like a screenplay that just made us all cry and just get it. And then it won like 13 Oscars. Just flooded the Oscars. And who accepts the award? Is it AI? Does some computer little thing talk to us or what?
And does anyone even respect the Oscars anymore anyways?
So. I don't think since the slap. Nope.
Since the slap. That's the landmark event.
Yep. Ever since the slap, it's never been the same. Took the wholesome right out of that shit.
Man, but dude, they're still making great movies.
Far and few, but yeah. Yeah. Man. I get very, very sad. We did go see Haunting in Venice.
Mm-hmm. That was honestly, man, that's almost in the top contention for like one of those movie of the years.
I liked it, but the end, let's be real. I think you're a little overhyping. The end was a little
good.
It was decent.
Dude, it
was nothing where I was hoping it was going to be a little more shocking and a little more, because the whole thing was going good, and then it kind of got a little, okay, we've seen this before.
Man, I just want to be just like Hercule Poirot. Mm-hmm. He was the main guy Kenneth Branagh played, who also directed the movie, which is pretty crazy. Lead actor and director, and he killed it.
He is really good.
And then he's doing all his detective stuff almost like Sherlock Holmes does. And then every time that he unravels some other clue, and then I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God, I did notice that.
Had you running around this fucking house talking like him for the next 48 hours, past 2 days. Shit.
True, I liked his perform. Man. And then the setting was cool too, the creepy house. I got scared a lot. I jumped a lot in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That damn bird.
I always enjoy you jumping. You're so easy to scare. And last night I scared your girlfriend. She's easy to scare. It's just too easy for me. Mm-hmm. That's why I feel like I'd be a really good horror director. Like, I feel like if we made a scary movie, there's something in this fucking house. And we can, like, Blair Witch Project this shit.
Whoa. You mean, like, really die then?
Well, like, if anything starts happening, you know what I mean? JOBINS, I keep fucking screaming at Sean, like, dude, we need a fucking show. And he's like, be careful what you wish for, Schmidt. Be careful what you wish for. I don't think you can handle a camera following you around all the time. And he's like, when you have blow-ups. I'm like, dude, watch. I feel like we could have a show. We got enough. Mm-hmm. We got enough going on, especially when Sean gets that factory up, dude. I feel like we can make content. I feel like we could make some funny shit.
Oh, dude, most definitely.
Especially skits. I know we keep preaching this shit. I want to fucking start doing it, dude. Me and you come up with so much funny shit all the time. Like, everyone's telling me how funny you were at the end of the vlog we just posted. And I'm like, if that's like like, imagine if they recorded us all the time. There's so much shit that, like, we miss out on that we don't record or we're not recording at all. And even in times like when we made the Boston vlog, there's times I fucked up where I forget to, like, continue the story or say something and end it right for the day. I'm still learning and getting better at it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then like there was moments like when we had the Ian Gary encounter that you just live in, right? So when you're living in those moments, we forget to record. And then there's time like at the end of the day will happen. I'll go, oh fuck, I didn't record that part. I could have totally recorded that whole part.
You know what?
But,
To segue off of what you're saying right now,
uh-huh.
would you ever agree as a content creator to like let like an implant or something, like an AI implant into yourself for like, so every time that you did have a moment like that, the AI would know to record for you?
Oof.
But I mean, obviously you might be sacrificing potentially like privacy and your own freedom to a degree that you don't realize at the time of accepting the agreement.
So do you have like cameras around the house that's AI, or how does that work?
I feel like it would record like from your iris, like from your eyes.
Oh, yeah, but that kind of sucks. That changes, like, that's from my viewpoint. You know what I mean? That changes things. That's like that one movie that you love where the guy's parkouring everywhere.
Hardcore Henry?
Yeah. Ah, man, no, I can't do that.
So it'd have to be like it'd have to
though.
be out of person for you, huh?
Yeah.
So you can see it.
If you had like a little robot guy that was my little assistant, that's what we need to make for everyone who's becoming, there's so many influencers like these days. Everyone wants to be influencers, so it's like, okay, now we got our little robot buddy that does the filming for you. Maybe it's coming.
I would like to test it out, I see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I enjoy making vlogs a lot, guys. So much. And I like piecing them together. The Boston one, we had so much footage, and I was debating on whether if I'm just like, fuck it. Because I think I had like 2.5, 3 hours worth of shit. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, dude, do I just put this all up? Well, I'm like, there was so much stuff that was funny that I'm like, dude. And then my computer crashed on me, which I figured out, JOBINS, is just when it overheats. So I let it cool down. Then I work on it. But, just putting them together, making vlogs, it's so much fun. And then rewatching them with everybody, it's like reliving it.
I know. I was thinking about that when you were showing me like the touch-ups that you were doing on the editing and showing me the clips. And it was like, wow. It's like you forget so much that happens
right
day to day. It's really crazy, JOBINS, to think about like what we don't even... Does it even exist if you don't remember it, Yeah, it's like how many things we don't remember? Just nuts.
I know. That's what I do think about when I get sad. I'm like, damn, all the shit that I forget about that I can't remember. Yeah. But yeah, I just went ahead and decided, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do 3 parts, just 15 minutes each, try to.
It was so fun. I really enjoyed the last one too, just as much as the first. Like it was great.
Well, I feel bad. Like it sucks, JOBINS, because of course I want to have them ASAP, but again, we've just been so busy. I'm trying to do podcasts in between editing the vlogs. We've done so much cool shit that we still have. We're sitting on so many vlogs right now. So I'm just attacking it one thing at a time. We started merch, which huge shout out to everyone who's fucking supported us and bought the merch. We'll put the link in the bio.
Yeah.
I think we're at like 13 days or 14 days left to buy. Maybe.
I think something like that. Yeah. Again,
by the
shout out
time
to
this drops,
everybody for sure.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much. New to the game. I'm new to the game in the merch game. Tim, when we were on the pod, I hadn't even dropped the merch yet, and Tim was shitting on it, and he hadn't even seen the back. And I know, JOBINS, some people were giving me a lot of tips and stuff, even my mom and everybody. I'm a perfectionist. I would have worked way harder on it, but Sean was getting at me. He's like, dude, just get it out. Make something simple. So I sat there and I thought of something simple. I thought it was decent. I want to get better.
A legendary first drop though, because even if it's like the design's not there and everything's not there that you'd want it at, I just like love you guys for supporting us and throwing it out there. And like every time that I'm gonna wear that shirt, I'm gonna think about it being our first drop, and it's gonna have sentimental value to me, and I'm just gonna think about how motivating it is to drop out something even more hard next time, bro. So it's like,
thank you.
We should be happy that we did put it out there, and happy that you guys are there to support us. So like I'm so thankful for that. Thankful for you, thankful for the pod, thankful for the people we're around. And this next merch drop will be even more hard. And this first one's hard because it's just so means a lot to be the first one.
I can't wait for, I told them all to fucking send pictures wearing it. That's
and then sharing that.
Yeah, that's what I can't wait for. And for us to be able to rep it. Because we're always repping Sean's merch and shit like that. I can't wait. Yeah. And then it'll be cool. People like, oh, what's that? I can't wait. And we can tell them. Like, oh, yeah, it's our It's our show.
It gets me emotional just thinking about it.
I
though.
know,
Like, seriously,
dude.
I love you guys.
Yeah, and I know Tim's just always trying to motivate me. You know what I mean? But like you said, keep it simple. Because Sean had a good point. He's like, dude, you keep it simple for the first one, and you build up. You get better and better. Because I don't know about you, but are you like a clothing mastermind? You know what I mean?
No, not really.
Neither am I. So I'm figuring it out. You know what I mean? And you know what I like to think about is like bringing back people from like 1920. Like people who like loved clothes back then. They're like, oh man, I wish I could just have my own merch. I'm sure they wouldn't say merch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Have my own clothing. If I could just make my own clothing so simple and ship it to people. If we brought them back right now and showed them what we were doing, they would freak the fuck out.
Oh, definitely.
That'd be cool. That'd be something I fantasize about.
Yeah. The whole thing's just crazy.
Yeah. And dude, I can't wait in the future. I want to do hats next. I would love to do a hat. Brendan Schmitty Show hat.
Man, I would love to wear. I'd be wearing that hat all the time.
Right.
Throw that mullet back out too.
I got to make sure it could fit my fucking melon though. You know what I mean?
Get those extra.
Dude, last night's fights, they were pretty good. It was actually a pretty decent card for a fight night. Judges wanted to fuck a little shit up all night. Did you see the one? I didn't see the fight because I was working on the vlog. But apparently someone like was gonna get submitted, was in the midst of getting submitted, maybe didn't have the submission at all, and the ref stopped it. Everyone was freaking out bad about that. A lot of the fight, Valentina was upset with her decision. Kevin was upset with the decision. Those were just two tough fights. Those were tough fights last night.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? They were really good. Jack brought it. Kevin was bringing it. I think Kevin was talking shit that maybe kind of flustered Jack a little bit sometimes. I don't know.
I think
Kinda
Jack
felt like
looked
it.
sharper to me, though.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think the right call was made.
Calculated.
Having him win the fight.
Bit more calculated. They were just, dude, it was back and forth. I get it, though. When you're Kevin Holland, dude, and you fight like that, and it's a fight like that, I get it. That'd be fucking...
Man.
Same
Jack
thing
is
with
tough.
the same thing with Valentina being upset. She was looking good in the beginning if she would have kept going like that, but then boom, she's coming back.
Yeah. The way that fight ended did not go well for her, in my opinion. And what I do is I look at that John Jones versus Dominic Reyes fight, and because he ended. I think how you end the fight is so much more important in my own subjective mindset on how I would judge. So like I know a lot of people were giving Judge Mike Bell shit for the 10-8 in the 5th round, but it's like, man, I might even make that call. Yeah. If I see you getting your ass beat at the end, like the final 15, 20 seconds, I'm like, what's the next round going to look like? Like, you're kind of lucky the bell saved you here.
Yeah. Again, good fight, though. It was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
Yeah.
They definitely scrapped.
Yeah,
man,
and it was cool. It was a special night for the Mexican people, dude. So let's go.
It was Mexican Independence Day on
dude.
the 16th.
You could feel it, and I love the energy.
And I think it's been like 200 years or some shit like that, So shout out to the Mexicans and their pride. It's so crazy because they were showing clips of like all the boxing people, like Floyd Mayweather, people before him that would rep like Mexico because of like the fighting pride there in the sport of boxing. And I was like, damn, like there's no other country I can think of where other people from other countries are repping your country because they want to capture that pride that y'all carry. So that was cool.
Yeah. It's sick. It was a tough night of fights. I honestly, I'm not going to lie, though, I thought it was a draw. We were saying it before it was called. Even Sono. We're all looking at each other like, draw? And then sure enough. But then, when they read that one, it was like, damn. But am I dumb? I don't remember the last time that a draw ended with the champ being wrapped with the belt and hand raised.
Right.
I don't remember that. Am I dumb? Let me know in the comments.
and the belt is all special for her because it's Mexican, which is cool. Which is cool. I'm not saying it's not. It's weird. Why her?
Yeah.
You made that point, and I was like, that's a good point because it seemed like kind of some. And do you remember? I don't know, JOBINS, if this is right or not, but it seems like Valentina Shevchenko had been a downed opponent while she was taking those knees.
A couple of them. And
they were saying that it was totally legal, like the Nevada Athletic Commission is where it's okay. So I was like, is it state by state? So if on that state, you by all means throw them bombs.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Because those probably hurt.
Imagine if she had gotten a point taken away right there. Valentina would have won. Would have been crazy. And then the 18-year-old Raul, dude, what a gangster, came out. That guy fucking lights were out. He went stiff. I think he woke back up though once he hit the ground. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, he looked good.
Do you think we would have, if we got all of our picks right? Because we lost our bets.
Yeah, that was
but
bad
if we
betting.
picked all of them and then Grasso keeps her belt, do we win? Because because
No,
all
I'm pretty
three of
sure
our fighters
draws-
would have to win.
I'm pretty sure draws stop it. Draws fuck it
She
up.
shouldn't have that belt around
Something.
her. She shouldn't get that belt around her. If the bettors don't get their money for a win, you shouldn't get the belt. This is going to be my final argument for that.
Yeah.
If we don't, as a gambler, get that win, and it's because it's a draw, you shouldn't get the belt.
Here's a question: does Aljamain Sterling deserve a rematch more than Izzy?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, if you look at both those performances, the knockout's a little more justifiable to say, hey, it could have been like, let's see what the guy could do if he didn't get knocked out right away.
Yeah. This is unbiased Schmitty. Sean's going to do whatever he wants, and he's the man. He gets to pick who he wants to fight. So he's calling the shots. Out of my friendship with Sean and outside perspective, I believe Aljamain Sterling deserves a rematch against Sean 100% way more than Izzy deserves a rematch against fucking Sean Strickland. Mm-hmm. Because Izzy lost to Pierre, then got the belt back, and then now has lost to Sean Strickland. There's also a lot more contenders right now that are ready to go. You know,
agreed.
So, and Aljamain Sterling was the best bantamweight at the time, and always in my blood since the beginning of the UFC, it's always been that like something happens to the champ. The knockout was good. The fight was really good. Mm-hmm. Sean, I understand Sean moving on from
100%.
Aljamain Sterling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I totally, not just as his friend and everything, from an outside perspective, I totally get Sean moving on and doing his own thing too. But Aljamain defended the belt the most. He was the most accoladed champ at the time. Mm-hmm. Since I'd be like, yeah, he definitely deserves the rematch.
My thing though is what you said. I don't think either of those guys deserves the rematch, but the question was who deserves a rematch more.
Yes.
And Aljamain deserves it more, but neither of those guys because of the contenders. There's so much. Those classes are so stacked that you should let someone else fight for a belt.
So when Dana White's like, "Oh, Izzy deserves a rematch," but doing that to Aljo, how do you feel about that?
I think. Oh, damn! But you know what? I feel like we need to account for the financials, the business side.
Business.
Izzy's a very high-ranked, top-profile guy.
Exactly, 100%. Mm-hmm. Sorry, kid, you ain't making us the money. The train's rolling. Yeah. And right now, I'm sure Izzy makes the most money out of any of the contenders that would fight Sean Strickland.
And
I don't know about DDP though. I feel like DDP is a good big fight right now.
He is.
So I feel like him and Sean Strickland would be a good sell, but definitely probably Izzy would be sell way more. So do you think Izzy's getting the rematch against Sean Strickland right away?
I think Sean Strickland go for that rematch because I think DDP's a tougher fight because of the grappling.
Dude, what if he just whoops Izzy's ass again, walks him down again?
I mean, he had a really great game plan. You know, you were right. I mean, he defied expectations, and he came in with a great game plan, and he was the better fighter. He's the true champion right now.
Damn.
I can't take that away from him.
Garrett, shout out Garrett. He sent me my video of me. It was like It was like a week and a half before the fight where we were making burgers over at Sean's, eating and hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had told Tim, I'm like, dude, I was thinking Sean Strickland was going to knock him out, which, you know, almost damn near did.
Yeah, was it the second round that happened?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
And then he almost TKO'd him from that drop.
Yeah, but I'm telling Tim, I'm like, dude, I just have a feeling that Sean Strickland has gotten into Izzy's head big time. I feel like Sean. I was watching the recaps of all of Sean Strickland's fights. He's got power and he's got the fucking wild hands, just like Izzy. Izzy's got wild strikes that fucking he knows how to be wild with it, right? No one else has really been kind of a really wild striker but Sean Strickland. I just had a feeling. And then, of course, after the fight, Tim's doubting me. He's like, if you were so confident, why didn't you put money on it? You wouldn't believe in it that much. And dude.
Yeah, I mean.
We put $5 on it. and fucking Tai Tuivasa fucked us for $800. So,
But this one was more of sure of a thing. I feel
Yeah.
like that you should have, because you could have had our boy take his eyebrows out. You'd be happy about it now. It'd be funny.
oh my god, dude, fighting, anything can happen. Even when
True,
I'm
true.
so confident in something, there's still the chance that anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
An injury, an eye poke stoppage.
Don't bet on anything you're not willing to lose,
Yeah.
right? And you're not willing to lose your eyebrows.
But
so you
boy,
don't
was
wanna-
I confident. And I was like, he's like, he even doubted. He doubted. And I bet he's gonna doubt this, but he doubted that there was video about. I'm like, oh no. Thanks to Garrett, I got video of it. So sure enough, Garrett sent it to me, and it's just me. And I hope it's in the vlog. So please, Garrett, if you're watching this, please put it in the vlog for Tim, because that call. Everyone's like, oh, no one saw that coming. It's like, sometimes I'm right. Sometimes not. Sometimes. Most of the time I'm right. I could be right, and they just doubt me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I thought Sean, hey, when the first time I saw Sean, I was like, ooh, this boy's different. This is going to be something different. You just have a feeling about it.
When you're right, you're right.
When you're right, you're right. And I was right. And when you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Last night I was wrong.
Raul Roses Jr. We should
Yep.
have not went with Terrence Mitchell at
Yep.
all.
Nope.
Terrence Mitchell was no.
Eeh. Yeah.
He got destroyed, but man, Roses Jr. was out on a mission.
Ooh, another UFC thing I wanted to talk about real quick, because this is
Ooh.
kind of interesting. Volk is the only champ from the end of 2021. How fucking crazy.
Wow, that
Dude,
is
the tides
crazy.
have been turning and flipping, flopping, even in just the middleweight division alone. So much change has happened. At the end of from 2021, it was strawweight women's Rose, flyweight Valentina Shevchenko,
Oof.
bantamweight Juliana Pena, featherweight Amanda Nunes, flyweight Brennan Moreno, bantamweight Aljo, featherweight Alex, who's still champ, lightweight Charles Oliveira, welterweight fucking Kimura Usman, middleweight Izzy, light heavyweight Glover, which he's fighting. Is he fight? I forget who he's fighting for.
Does
the
he
belt.
fight Jan
Is
again?
it I forget who's fighting.
Or Yuri?
Should have looked that up.
No, Yuri. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but then heavyweight Francis Ngannou.
Wow.
Crazy shit.
And now John Jones is the champ there.
Dude, so many. It's just crazy. Because, dude, back in the day, I remember there was a time in the UFC when George St. Pierre was champ, GSP, John Jones.
That was funny. You said
King-
George St. Pierre, GSP. Like they're different.
Did I just say it
guys.
twice? I'm stoned.
But
Yeah.
honestly, that run
Yes.
alone is worth 2 champions.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about when he first lost to Matt Serra. That was George St. Pierre.
Yeah.
And then after the knockout, it was GSP.
Yeah.
No.
No, I respect that.
But but then even like little Kane in there, even though it was back, but it just felt like these guys were going to be champ forever, and they were.
Especially-
They're what
with Kane defeating Brock Lesnar like he did, I
Yeah.
didn't think that guy would ever get dethroned.
right? And now these titles are just swapping so much. It's crazy. It's crazy how much the sports changed and how the evolution of people is getting crazier. It's cool. Like this fucking 18-year-old kid being, and then you look at him and you're like, damn, that guy's been fighting since he was 2. You know?
He's been fighting all his life.
Fighting his life out, and here he is 18 shining bright in the UFC. Like, that's
He's
so cool.
He still has some holes in his game, I feel like. I feel like if you can shut him down that first round, he's going to gas himself out. Because he pushes it to the next level. He comes out hard and aggressive right out the gate.
Do you think, because we always get, there's every single fighter is coming from a crazy backstory, crazy life. They train their asses off. They put everything they got, and even more so, into fighting. And I'm not saying no other athletes do. Of course, every other athlete that does every other sport dedicates their entire fucking life to it. I'm not disregarding that part, right?
Yeah.
But let's get into the politics part. Do you think it's going to come to a point? Because remember that Mark Wahlberg movie, Invincible? Remember how his story was with football?
Yeah, that was pretty inspiring.
Right? Do you think there's stories like that anymore where people can just kind of walk on, become, and just be like that hidden talent that's incredible at football, come out of nowhere? Or is it kind of like a money? I feel like it's more like if you're playing here, your chances are better becoming pro. You know what I mean?
Camps, like
Yeah. Do you
sports
think
camps.
Do you think that's gonna happen with the UFC? Maybe it already does.
Definitely.
Maybe-
Most definitely.
But do you think it's gonna intensify?
what the one thing though I would say is like it's all about the individuals who are seeking out those top level gyms,
Right.
on top of also being athletes.
Right.
So if you have
Like-
the double combo, you're gonna have a really good chance. You
Well,
know?
who's that one? I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head. Like one 30-year-old UFC fighter, or maybe he's a little older now, and he didn't start fighting until he was in his 30s.
And you know, I feel like heavyweights have a better chance of that because they got that one hit power. Because I think it's a heavyweight guy you're talking about. Oh my god, I want to. Was it Khalil Roundtree, mate, or no? Someone big, a big dude like that, started late, and is just killing it now. And he's like 35 already, probably.
I just sometimes wonder where the future of the sport's gonna go with how crazy big it's getting. It's just gonna get bigger. It's gonna keep getting. It's gonna keep growing. What is the future? One day we'll look back on this pod and be like, "Damn, I was completely wrong. It's completely different. We had no idea what it was gonna be." I hope it stays the same.
The technical.
I need more money for the fighters. Besides that,
it's gonna be true. The mixed martial arts aspect it's gonna be just more and more mixed proficiency. Like you got to be good at everything.
well, yeah, and plus it already does play a part. We can't. There's no denying it. If whoever sells, and they get more attention. But how much crazier will it get? Even crazier than that.
Imagine an Izzy guy with freaking Alir's like grappling. You know, like Islam Machaev's grappling with Izzy's stand up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of people that are probably going to be coming out in the woodworks.
Yeah.
As like the evolution.
Oh, dude. I just think about that shit sometimes. I might be stupid as hell thinking about it, Jobins, but it's just a thought sometimes. You know what I mean? Again, shout out. I'm doing this again, Jobins. Shout out my boy Marcello. He hooked me up even again, Jobins. And this one, oh boy. I fucking cried on the way home after I got it because just seeing my dad's name. I got a tattoo in honor of my dad's name, Jobins. I posted it on my Instagram page. You can go check it out. Marcello, dude, he hooked me up big time. First, I'll start with the story. So my dad, he got a tattoo while he was in the Navy. He was in the Navy for 4 years, loading bombs and shit. I almost made it a post on my thing, but I'm like, damn, war is such a sensitive topic. And it's like, damn, even while I was watching Band of Brothers, and they're saying shit like, you want to kill some Germans? And I'm just like, damn. I'm like, we got some German fans. You know what I mean? Like, when we got some world shit. When you're a podcast and you can reach out to anyone across the world, it's like, damn, it's a shame that war divides us. You know? It just sucks.
Yeah, war is like the worst thing to ever be made by humans.
Yeah, so when it's like, even like with the tensions between us and China, it's like, damn, what if we have some Chinese fans that are listening to our pod in China? You know what I mean? And they like, it's like, fuck. But anyway, my dad, he would tell me some funny shit that they would write some funny shit on the bombs and then put like tape shit on, like fallen soldiers, like a dog tag or some shit. And I always thought that was kind of funny as a kid. Now, like I'm saying as an adult, I'm like, ugh, kind of dark.
No one's
it's
really
dark.
reading the messages.
Oh, what are those bombs doing though? You know what I mean? It's just crazy. And what's really crazy is my dad. So he never told me that he was ever scared or anything. I never once heard my dad ever tell me that he was ever scared or went through scary shit. So I kind of just always thought, you know, he just troubled along, you know, didn't go through it much. He loaded bombs, played it cool, and got out. Well, it's like, my mom's like, oh no, he would tell me the scary shit. It's like, dude, they would load those bombs up on an aircraft carrier in the middle of the ocean, right? And they're only being protected by two other aircraft carriers. And enemies are in planes like wanting to bomb them because they're going to try and bomb them. You know what I mean? So it's like my dad technically was on a ship that could have been bombed at any moment.
Yeah.
And I for the first time in a long time, and I sat there and I was just like thinking about that. I was like, damn, can you imagine? Can you imagine being 18 doing that to 22?
No.
Like it's like, dude. And shout out to all the soldiers that are keeping us safe and to be able to even do these podcasts. You know what I mean?
And that was back when people were getting drafted.
Dude.
Imagine you don't even want to go and you have to.
Right? It's either this or that. It's like if you're not in school, he told me, he's like, I didn't want to fucking go to school. I hated school. He's like, I was going in the military. And then he said he picked the Navy because he didn't want to go and do battle, which I totally understand.
Yeah, that's such a
But
scary
still,
time.
even the dude, that's scary. Like, and yeah, shout out to the Navy, shout out to all the fucking military.
All of our
people.
armed forces.
We love you guys. You're heroes.
Mhm.
Because I'm a big giant pussy and I couldn't do that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For real. And I kind of get sad sometimes. Like, man, maybe I should have went in the military just because so many people in my family were in the military. But anyway, my dad, he got his tattoo while he was in the military. Back to the story. He got his, it's a little devil on an anchor, and he got it from a buddy that was in the military. And that thing faded so bad.
Yeah.
It was just black and white when he was in his 40s. I was a kid, and the thing was black and white, you know? And he would make jokes about it all the time. Well, my brother got one, and he got it on his arm. And he told me, he's like, yo, Ricky, hit up your guy, and if it's less than 200, I'll pay for it. So, dude, I hit up Marcello. I even messaged. This is how fucking cool Marcello is, guys. Truly one of the fucking nicest guys in the world. I text him like, dude, Marcello, I know you hooked me up last time, and I know you probably want to do it again, but I want to pay for this tattoo. Will you please let me pay for it? And I told him how big it's going to be, how big I wanted it. I showed him the picture, told him everything, and he's like, dude, I love this story. Because, again, he's a military man himself. Mm-hmm. I love this story. Your dad just seems like such an awesome guy. He's like, I want to do this for free. I just couldn't believe it. And then I told my mom and my sister and my brother, and they just couldn't believe it. And then, so I did hook him up with some shit. Hooked him up with some clothes, some more weed, some more gummies. JOBINS, if you're ever in Arizona, if you're planning a trip to Arizona and you're like, man, I want to do something cool. I kind of regret not doing it in Boston. I think we all should have got a 4-leaf clover tat or something in Boston. We kind of fucked up there. But a lot of people like to do that. If you ever, because I know we got fans that come out to Arizona. If you're ever in Arizona and you want to get tattooed by Marcello, when you're planning your trip, you hit him up because it's not a walk-in. You got to hit him up, and he'll fucking schedule your ass in because he's a fucking legend. Mm-hmm. And I'll have the links in my bio and everything. You go on my Instagram, you'll see it. But just shout out to you, Marcel. We love you, brother. And he's having not a birthday party, celebration event party for his tattoo parlor. And he invited us, so we're going. It's December 15th. You should bring your girl. We'll bring some food and shit, just a bunch of food, bunch of weed. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, he's a true artist.
Oh, dude.
And a master of his craft, 100%.
And I love it now because he keeps tagging me in all the shit he's doing because
Yeah.
I love seeing his shit. He does so many cool shit, and then I'm like, it's like addicting. It's like a bad addiction. I'm like, Marcel, I want to tell him, like, dude, Marcel, I'm going to, by the end of the year, I'm going to be fucking covered up because he does so much cool shit. Like, if I ever do get a sleeve, I'm not going to do it now, obviously. My mom found out from the pod, JOBINS, about my hand tat. And she was like, as long as you love it. I'm like, Mom, are you kidding me? I think it's so badass.
It is.
I love it. And to be able to tell the story of it for the rest of my life to anyone who does ask, it's so cool. So every tattoo on me, that's another thing. I feel bad for people who get shitty tattoos and they regret it. I just can't imagine that. Mm-hmm. And I don't think I'll ever have that happen.
Well, you're really thoughtful about what you're gonna plan to do. You know?
Oh yeah, dude. All my tattoos are matching with people. I love that. And I did add a little difference, which again, shout out to you, Marcel. The thought that tattoo people will just put into a tattoo that we don't even think about. I asked them to do a banner, right? And I told him, like, I don't know. I told you pick. I don't know if it'll look better at the top or at the bottom. He put it at the bottom, and he kept the same lettering as my hand on the name of my dad. Mm-hmm. And he did that banner as like a treasure map, which makes sense because it's like a little.
That's a sailor.
Little devil guy sailing, right? Those little thoughts.
With a trident in his hand.
Dude, yeah, and it looks like a little treasure map ribbon. Dude. Just above and beyond on the little shit that the tattoo artists think of. Mm-hmm. It's like, damn it, thank you.
His attention to detail.
Oh yeah,
second
dude.
to none. And
it didn't hurt at all, JOBINS. I was actually surprised. Marcello, the thing that was killing me was because I'm a big fat ass right now. Was his the thing I was laying on. About like an hour and 15 in, my back just started hurting. So I just kept trying to find a spot to get in. Oh, that was actually more painful than the fucking tattoo. We're laughing because I'm like, dude, I must be like a sick fuck because tattoos feel good to me. If some parts aren't like comfortable. You go, oh, okay, that's uncomfortable, but it doesn't hurt. And then some parts, actually, I'm like, that feels okay. I can do that. Sean is such a baby.
He's had some tattoos in different places. Maybe the other ones you'll get will hurt more.
Yeah. Oh, and he did an 8-hour. It took 8 hours all day to do his chest when he did it.
Dude, didn't he say that he'd be willing to be put under if he had to get like a huge tattoo or something? I'm like, man, you couldn't pay me enough to be asleep for that.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Just because it's funny that you bring that up about going to sleep because I actually have something. Yeah, because I wanted to talk. I forgot to talk to Marcel about that because I get it, but then it's like, dude, I've been put under 11 times, and it's not good for your body. Mm-hmm. It's like you could die. You know, it's like you're basically you're dead unless we want to bring you. If we want to give you this much more, you're dead.
That is so scary.
Yeah, like you have to go by weight. They have a measurement. A little bit more, you're dead, kid. But just enough, we're going to bring you back in about 45 minutes. You know? It's crazy. And then it scares me with long procedures. When you got to keep someone under for a long period of time, that's even more strenuous, dude. Mm. I had I had a 6-hour operation, JOBINS, on my ear. It was only supposed to be like 2. It was 6.5, dude. My mom said I was as white as this paper. And when I wake up, JOBINS, I want to get the fuck out. Hospitals don't help me with shit. I want to get home. They do want to help, but the kind of person that I want to be in my bed, smoking weed, sleeping. You know what I mean? Recovering, drinking water, drinking fluids, smoking weed. I can't do that in a hospital. So as soon as I woke up, I freaked them out because I'm like, huh. I'm like, oh, and my mom's like, oh, I can still see my mom. She's like, oh, thank God, because she was getting scared, you know? But immediately I'm like, oh, I got to pee. And then I wanted to get up, and they're like, oh, no, wait. And I'm like, I'm okay. Fucking walk, took a pee, but I get it because I'm 6'5" and a big boy. If I were to fucking fall over, that would not be good. Mm-hmm. But that's just how I am, dude.
Gotta be patient. Gotta wait.
But yeah, getting put under, it's like, it's in your head. It's all in your head because if you've been put under, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, it goes like this: you get fucking needled. It's not bad. They go, all right, we're gonna wheel you back into the operating room. We're gonna put this in you, and you go, okay. Well, I guess it depends because I've been put under 11 times, and I've had multiple different things happen, like different ways. I've had it to where they put it in me right away, and I'm out before I'm even in the room. I've had it many times. I get put in the room. They first give me this stuff that just starts making you high, so you relax. And then when you're getting wheeled to the operating room, it's like a little roller coaster ride. You're like, woo!
Damn.
And the nurses are all extremely nice. That's their job. And they're making funny jokes. They're talking, asking you shit. And you're like, yeah. Then you get put in the operating room. Then, because I'm a big boy, I don't know if they do with you guys, you gotta get picked up, but I'm such a big boy, I just scoot over onto this cold-ass operating table, right? Then they start strapping you up because they strap your leg because they don't want you.
This is scary.
Yeah, they don't want you jolting and jumping and shit. So they strap your legs up, and then they put a mask over you, and then that's when they go, all right, we're putting the anesthesia in. Go ahead and count down to 10 for me, and you're out by the time. I've had it to where I'm talking to them, and they're just talking to me, and then I'm waking up. You know, it's immediate. It's like you're waking up in the...
That is so crazy.
Yeah, it's immediate. And then you're going, oh, it's over. And you're going, damn. And then every time I wake up, I'm always recalling. I'm like, I was just counting down. I was like, you know what I mean? Or, oh, I was just talking to her. Or,
what is time when you...
Yeah, especially when you wake up and you hear that it was 6.5 hours. I was like, what time is it? Yeah. And it was like way later in the day, and it was so instant. You know what I mean? I'm like... And then they're telling me all about the operation. I'm like, oh, it's crazy. So, yeah. But that's the thing about being in your head. Because there's been times where I'm like, I learn about anesthesia and I learn about death. And then I'm like, before the operation, I'm like, I could die right now. I could die. This could be, I'm like, I love you, Dad. Because my dad would go with me to the surgeries and my mom would go. My dad went, I'm like, Dad, I love you in case this is the last time. And he'd laugh. I'm going to see you after. Or you just be calm and just be like, ooh, because sometimes the getting high off the fucking anesthesia is nice. And then it's like, if those are your last moments, if that's your truly last moment and you die off anesthesia,
it could be worse. Is that what you would say? Or
that's the most, that is gonna be nothing. That's nothing. It's nothing. It's going to sleep. It's terrifying, but it's fucking going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And oh god, I'm not trying to like that's not how you should die. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to spread anything like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, whew, man, it's.
But where I'm going with
Scary.
this, what I was talking about, is I learned this is old news, but it's new to me, and I don't know if it's new to you guys. But there was this doctor named Christopher Dunchin.
Listening?
Yeah, a Texas surgeon operated on 33 patients in 2 years, leaving permanently paralyzed and 2 dead. He was convicted in 2017, and they even had it was a big process of, and apparently there's a show on Peacock that came out in 2021 that I want to see, but I don't have. Do we have Peacock?
We have Peacock.
Well, I want to watch this shit.
You got to watch all of Bel Air first. You got to catch up.
They still doing that show?
Yeah.
Wow, what season? Do you know what season?
I think season 3.
Wow.
It's still popping off.
Wow.
Shout out Fresh Prince.
But yeah, dude. So they had apparently it's a huge process of like trying to convict him to show that he was doing this. A year and a half after he had gotten his license taken away was when they finally arrested him. And that shit scares me.
Was he incompetent or was it on purpose?
On purpose, dude.
What?
Dude, and sentenced to life in prison.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
He meant to do these
things.
things.
Yeah, in July 2015, a year and a half after his license was revoked, was when he was arrested. And then only after a 13-day trial, it only took 4 hours to convict him.
Oh, shit. They were like, he's guilty.
This motherfucker did this shit. But that scares the fuck out of me, Joe. It's just because, shout out Dr. Bailey. Love you, Dr. Bailey. Greatest ear doctor in the fucking world. #1 ear doctor. And whatever that, I forget the name of the doctor. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Dr. Bailey. I'm stoned. But he was like #1. He was in magazines in St. Louis. Fucking had a legendary doctor. Shout out to all the anesthesiologists that weren't evil and treated me nice and fucking made sure I was okay. Mm-hmm. Because that's the scariest fucking thing. You go to a hospital to have surgery to think that they are there to make sure you're going to be okay. To go there and someone's intentions are the complete opposite, you're fucked. And that would be the scariest shit ever. Mm-hmm. That scares me. It's like, oh my God, now it's like, damn, when you get a doctor, you really need to do some straight up hardcore research. That's my advice.
Well, yeah, don't you? Did I ever tell you the story of my grandpa? Because
what was your grandpa? No, I'm just kidding.
He's a doctor.
Yeah.
He got sued for malpractice. And it was because the anesthesiologist had given too much anesthesia to the patient. And
was it meaning?
It was all an accident.
Okay.
But instead of going after the anesthesiologist, they went after my grandpa, who's the doctor.
Saying, hey, why didn't you train this guy better?
No, well, he doesn't have anything to do with anesthesia. The administration of it, he doesn't do anything with that.
Anytime
he was saying it was because it was he was upset because he thought it was like a race thing.
That's fucked up.
Because it was a white anesthesiologist. Let's get the minority doctor.
Yeah, and anytime you get the anesthesia doctor comes in. Mm-hmm.
And it was like 60s. This was like back in the day.
Damn. That sucks.
He moved back to the Philippines, I think. Then he came back to
Is that a movie?
Missouri after. But dude, anesthesia is no joke, like you're saying.
Is that a movie? About your grandpa?
Yeah.
It could be a movie.
He always wanted a movie made about him. So
seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your destiny?
Yeah, make my grandpa's movie, his life story.
Maybe I can help too, because I've had so many surgeries and I'm fascinated by this kind of shit just because it scares the fuck out of me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If a doctor's out there killing people on purpose and leaving people paralyzed,
that is crazy,
bro.
Dude, the doctor's the last person you would think would want to kill someone. They take the Hippocratic Oath, man. They're supposed to look after everyone,
right?
So to purposely be a killer, that's scary.
I know that, and he even looked scary. He looked scary.
What was his motive? Did he just get pleasure from doing it?
I don't know. I gotta watch the show. We gotta watch the show
on Peacock.
1 season.
Peacock
10
exclusive.
episodes.
Also on Peacock, Fresh Prince.
Yeah, hey Peacock, get us a little
ad revenue.
What's up, Peacock? People of Peacock.
No one's even watching Peacock, right?
Joe Rogan, rumored to be a radio station in Grand Theft Auto 6.
People are really like, the only reason I'm getting GTA 6 because Joe Rogan's on the radio.
I mean, that's not the reason why.
Take the game out, release it.
That's not the reason why I'm getting it. But am I excited about that? Hell yeah! You tell me we get to. So And now I'm interested. I'm like, okay, how cool is this going to be? Is this going to be like all old episodes that we've heard or can listen to? Which is cool. That would be cool. I'm cool with that. Or is it going to be like every new episode that's released when you go into Grand Theft Auto, that's the one playing? Because that would be next level tier shit of incredibleness.
How do you even get a deal like that? You know, how
It's
does
Joe
Rockstar
Rogan.
negotiate that
It's Joe
with Spotify?
Easy. Lucrative deals. Super lucrative.
People getting paid on all sides.
Dude, everyone's getting paid. Grand Theft Auto's massive. Massive.
You know what's weird about Grand Theft Auto is it's like it pokes fun at society, but isn't it part of the problem itself?
It is the part of the problem because now we're getting games that aren't coming out fucking finished, fucking downloadable content out the fucking ass, milking a game for as long as we can.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And it's like they make
But I
fun
love
of
it.
it, but they are the problem. And it's like, is that the perfect way to just keep having a reason to keep doing shitty stuff?
Well, they saw what the movie industry was doing. They're like, we're going to do the same thing.
It's so weird. It's like if what's that guy that was really bad on the Me Too movement? Like if he was producing more movies about the stuff he did.
Yeah. I don't even know if I should talk about it on the pod what this discussion is. But what else you should be, like what the debate is online of what you should be able to do in Grand Theft Auto 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's I feel like you should be able to say, at least
I know,
say
but just
it,
be
right?
like even saying it's probably bad.
Are you talking about killing
Yeah.
children
Yeah.
in the game?
Yep.
But isn't killing adults bad too?
Just as bad. What's the difference?
Well,
I could see.
there's
Okay.
yeah, it's both bad.
I see both sides on this one, and I'm sorry. I see both sides because I was a kid when we were kids playing Grand Theft Auto. Some of the favorite shit that we would do is we would get a fire truck and we would drive up and down the sidewalks, just running people over, and then we would get our star. We would try to get the star level up as high as we can, kill as many cops as we can, see who could do it the best, do crazy shit. You know what I mean? Because and when I was younger, I'm guilty as charged. I got pulled over. The cop was really nice to me, but I still went home and played some Grand Theft Auto and caused some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's just fun. It's like you can't do it in the real world. We know how horrible it is in the real world. I can't say everyone now these days, but most people with fucking brains play a video game and know not to do that in real life. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many people are left like that. I'm like that. You're like that.
The argument to be made here, though, is like, they can't find like a correlation. I feel like they never have been able to find a correlation between like video games and like real life violence and like shootings. But it's like, it has like the stuff in society is. I don't know, man. Is there other ways to do observation? Because maybe it is bad. Maybe we shouldn't allow this. I don't know.
You're right. Well, I think it's gonna have to come down to the parents. Mm-hmm. The parents need to know, hey, can my child handle this? Does my child have the brain to be able to handle this and to understand? If my child's kind of a crazy son of a bitch, maybe I shouldn't let him play Grand Theft Auto 6.
Kids are sneaky, though. You know,
I know.
I'd be like, Mom, it's rated M for mature, but that's only because of the tobacco use.
I remember what kind of shithead I was as a kid. Mom said, no, you can't watch Dogma. What was I doing?
Watching Dogma.
I was waiting to watch Dogma. I was fucking crypting in my fucking room waiting. Just waiting for my mom and dad to go to bed just to put in Dogma. Put that shit in, turn it down. Mm-hmm. I was fucking on that shit. That's what you do as a kid.
Parental control. Or you know what I would do too is like, because of the video on demand, before everyone had it on the phones, man, I put Max After Dark on. I had to creep out. Just you said, wait till the parents are asleep, run into the living room and turn it on. Be like, oh, boobies.
Your mom and dad would catch you how many times a week?
I don't think they ever caught me.
Oh, no, don't lie. They caught you.
I was a Max After Dark pro.
Yeah. But I think the argument's always been there with violence with video games, right?
Right.
Right?
But I mean, you're taking it to another level.
It's another level.
It's
another realistic level of life. Brock was saying there's some other video game where you can do that. Oh, the Rick and Morty game.
The High on Life. Ooh, but look who was part of that project.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What do you guys know? Let us in the comments. What do you guys know? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Schmidt. Do you think you should be able to run over a kid in Grand Theft Auto 6? That's the debate. I get both sides. That's my take.
I'd like to hear Danny Masterson's side.
Dude.
I'm sorry. I said the trap.
God. You just want to keep bringing that up.
Yeah.
You're a sick fuck.
I am.
It just makes me sad.
Yeah.
That just whole thing makes me sad. I don't. Yeah.
I can't wait for the second season of that 90s show.
This fucking kid.
Seriously, I did like the little revival show.
Are you hoping that they address Hyde's situation?
Not at all. I think they could just keep the characters how it's going right now.
You're insensitive.
Yeah.
You are insensitive.
It's Sunday football season.
No, dude. It bums me out about Danny Masterson because that's fucked up. Again, like we were saying, I can understand, like I don't understand, but like someone who's extremely mentally ill and does violent acts and is a violent human being, I can be like, well, I get that. Look how violent he is. He shouldn't have been out on the streets. If he wasn't out on the streets, this wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then when you got fucking celebrities and people who we look up to, Bill Cosby's and these motherfuckers that we look up to, why? I've been around so many famous people and women love them. Women want to be around famous people and hook up with famous people so badly. Why did you have to do bad things? Why did you have to be a bad person? That's fucked. But maybe we're just realizing as we get older, because it's been like that all the time. Look at Marlon Brando and all the shit that they've said about him. So it's been there. There's always bad people who just get put into
the spotlights because of their talents that they have. Yeah. And, just because someone's talented doesn't mean you should look at them as a role model, which is hard to do, though, because it's like, wow, they're talented.
Well, look at this debate we're having. We had a debate about Hyde. I'm separating Danny. I can't go back and watch. I love that 70s show. That was a show I grew up on. It's fucking hard to go. It's not that do I even go back and watch it now? No, I don't. Or before. No. But, like, if I were to watch it now, it'd be a little hard because now I'm like, man, Danny Masterson was a bad guy. Hyde, I liked. He had a troubled life. He did Eric dirty.
He did Eric dirty.
But I'm pretty sure that he had a character arc redemption with him and Eric over that Donna situation. I gotta go. I don't want to go back and watch, but it just sucks.
He used to punch Kelso all the time just cause.
Yeah. But see, that was
an
funny.
Abusive friend too.
No. Yeah. I guess we don't go around hitting. You kicked me in the nuts
on accident. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
You're trying to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
But bro, I do feel bad, so I'm sorry. I was an accident.
No, it's okay.
Shouldn't have thrown that kick.
I'm still just and dude, the shit that's going down, I feel really bad for Ashton Kutcher, but then like you were saying, like, should we? Because apparently that letter he wrote was only supposed to go to the judge. And I don't know. We don't know everything. We can never know everything. Mm-hmm. And can I judge Ashton Kutcher for just saying what he knew about his friend?
Exactly.
What if Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher did not know, right?
Right.
And you believe that your friend is this, and then you find out, hey, he's a bit of a monster. Mm-hmm.
Even when you find that out, it doesn't erase the memories you have with that person.
Right?
I couldn't just be like, oh man, I hate this person now. It's like, man, we have all these shared like memories and a big bond, like a bond.
I guarantee it. They feel betrayed.
Ooh, do you think so?
100%.
Betrayal.
And you feel there's victims, right? And they're fucking reliving this shit every time we talk about it or anyone is talked about it. Mm-hmm. But I would think that anyone involved in Danny's life is a victim as well, who he had lied to about it. Mm-hmm. They're victims as well. So, and people are going hard on Ashton Kutcher. I think he even stepped down from his organization.
Yeah, Thorn, which is a worthy cause to stop trafficking.
Yeah.
Child trafficking.
Which is kind of, I get that too. I get stepping down because you're like, dude, you're a face of it. You've helped.
And you don't want it to be associated with that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's helped so many people, and that's another thing I feel bad for Ashton Kutcher. It's like, dude, he's dealt with so much shit already in his life. He's kind of like a Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves and Ashton Kutcher are kind of the similar guys for dealing. They've gone through a lot of shit that's just crazy. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't even talk about they're starting to. I've seen it now pop up more about the girl that he was going to go on a date with that got murdered and shit.
Wow,
which is crazy. Yeah, imagine going through that and then having to go on trial for all that kind of shit. That'd be nuts. Yeah. So yeah, I just feel, and I'm sure Jobins are gonna have like mixed thoughts about art, like, oh, these guys are so fucking stupid, they only know everything. But I feel bad for Ashley Kutcher Milikos. Now, if they're all evil, if all these motherfuckers are evil, and we don't, and like there's some shit that we don't know about, because it is weird. I'm not saying anything bad against people. It's just weird how this is all mixed in with Scientology. Mm-hmm. It's just weird.
A lot of craziness in the story. For sure.
It's just weird. Weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
And then you can't hide or run like Danny on the track. I'm a master son.
No, now your rap career's been canceled.
I had to, dude, it was such a good line. I was like, I have to bring it up.
It's not a good line though, because it's not a good topic. You're trying to be like BLP coach.
Like BLP coach? I think BLP would get the seal of approval. He'd be like, man, that goes hard.
Fuck yeah, dark humor. Sorry, we're sorry. Dude, Sean keeps losing his fucking turtle. Turbo?
What turbo?
Turbo. He fucking. You didn't see all that? Mm-mm. Yeah, right before he went to Montana, he lost Turbo. Turbo got out. I feel bad for him, Jobins. I've been plotting and thinking about this all week, and I even. Where is it? I had a drawing.
Drawing of Turbo?
Yeah, here, Sean. I drew Turbo. I drew Turbo for you. Will you frame it for me? Boom. Turbo's hut. And it looks like shit on the camera because it's a scribbled thing. But I got like a little rock thing going on because, dude, here's my plan. I love turtles. I'm a reptile guy. Mm-hmm. When I would find turtles in my backyard, I would have the same thing happen. I think anyone who's ever loved turtles growing up.
Technically, is a tortoise.
You've learned, yeah. Turbo is a tortoise.
I'm sorry.
I never got the chance to catch a wild tortoise in Missouri. So, but I lost all my turtles. They would always get out and they're gone. And they're gone. And you're like, how does a turtle who moves so slow can be gone so quickly? And I feel bad for Sean that he keeps losing his damn turtle. So I came up with this brilliant idea, just because I come up with brilliant ideas all the time. He's got that huge chunk of land, right? Mm-hmm. Me, you, Brock, Sono, we need to go one morning when he comes back. We're all off. Get up early. We go. Now that he has his big truck, we go down to his land that he doesn't have anything. We get big ass rocks. We get the biggest rocks. We put them in his back of his truck. Mm-hmm. We get some small ones. We make a barrier. Sean, where do you want this to be? And we make it big enough to where even when he's big in a few years, he still has enough room. If you want to make it bigger when the motherfucker's huge, you can do that in the future.
How high up does it have to be?
Big enough to where he can't fucking climb over it.
Because that's my biggest concern.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying about big rocks. And he's got big rocks in that land. There's big, massive rocks. We got to be careful picking them up from scorpions and snakes, though. That's why you just pick it up and be alert.
Man, I'm gonna die trying to make a tortoise reserve.
Be alert. I know, but dude, it'd be so sick. And then I'm thinking of cool ways. I'm like, dude, what if we got a stool in there too, right? And like a wooden stool that could be outside, and we dig it into the ground a little bit that way, and then we can make it all shady and shit. That way, it's like a nice little shady spot for him, but then also a little spot for Sean to sit at to like, you know, people to play with, like hold them or look at them. And that would just be one little spot. Then on another little corner, we make like a little hut area because they like dark places, right?
Right.
And he likes to bury himself in. But we got to make sure that if it rained or something, it wouldn't flood, so it wouldn't drown his little ass. So we make it to where it drains out. But he's got a nice little shaded hut area, like a little cave, a little turtle cave, right?
Dude, if he drowns in that, couldn't he just walk out of it?
He could. It'd be
I mean, this is survival of the fittest. I don't feel bad for Turbo if he gets in trouble there.
We can't have accidents. What if a monsoon? What if a monsoon happens? It's the flood. And it's all really quick for him. We can't. I mean, you know, it's just too fast.
Turbo just see his big old body.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It ain't gonna happen.
And then, so that's another little area. And then,
how many areas do you have for this tortoise reserve?
This is a big area for him. He's going to be a big tortoise, man. So and think about it. He's trapped in a little bit confined area. This dude they like to roam, bro. Give him some. And Sean's got 1,000 acres already. So it's like, give the guy some room. You know what I mean? Let him be free. So we make this all cool. And then we have another little water area where he drinks. And then we put some cool plants in there because he has water. There's grass everywhere. He can fucking feed the plants. You make it all, and then make another little shady area with the plants. Dude, It'd be sick for Turbo. Sean's down for it because I told him all this.
Hey, I'm down too.
Yeah, I already told him. He's like, let's do it. I'm down. And that way he doesn't fucking lose Turbo anymore.
Dude, and like he's got such an awesome name. I just love Turbo. Man.
Yeah, dude, I love Turbo too, and I don't. Turtles can be gone, dude. And Sean's gotten lucky twice now with you and Mama O'Malley because that's who found him.
He was probably in a dark spot too.
That's what I told him. Like, dude, I told Sean, I'm like, dude, look at the first place I told him was because of you. Check dark places, champ. Check dark places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That got me kind of pumped. I'm actually excited to do that.
I know, and if we made it cool looking, like a zoo type thing, but it's for Turbo, be lit. If anyone knows anyone in Phoenix that does that kind of shit, that would hook us up with some shit, drop it in the comments. Let's go.
Dude, did you also see what happened? CoffeeZilla did another piece on what Theo Von was dropping with Cass Media and that Colin Jostin guy, and about the advertisements and all the stock options and all that shady stuff.
Is this another thing you're dropping right now that I don't know nothing about, that I'm gonna know everything about here in a couple weeks?
Probably, yeah, probably with Cass Media and Colin Johnson. It was crazy. CoffeeZilla consistently drops like the pieces, like the news pieces I want to hear, man. It's crazy. Who's he exposing next? I don't know.
Well, if these motherfuckers weren't doing shady shit, it's like it's fucking mafia, dude. We're living in a world where mafia is posted online.
Ooh.
Because it's like we don't know these deals that are going on behind the scene, shady deals, what people are making, the apps to get people to buy shit and then not fucking give their money back when they realize what they've bought is fucking dumb.
Yeah, you'd almost say organized crimes become public.
Yeah.
With the.
But at least the trail's there, right? The trail's all there to be convicted.
And then who knows how this dumb money's going to play out. That movie with the hedge fund, man, just like, let's see the more crookedness there, too.
I can't
all
wait.
that shady stuff that goes on.
Yeah. Yeah. What you got going on for the rest of the week?
The rest of the week? Man, just shit, going back to the grind, man. Got work coming up again. Gotta get tickets for the wedding coming up and everything. Just got some.
You haven't got the tickets yet?
I have to get those still.
Holy fuck. All right.
Yeah. So got some busyness. And MK1 came out. Gonna stream that when I can at night. Try to get good on the online ranked. I'm happy to have that competitive game. Kind of a downgrade because the customization's not as much for like the champions and everything. I was like, MK, how are you gonna take a step back? Come on.
That's what all games are doing, dude.
The story mode's really good in it though. I've been enjoying that. So I'm gonna be streaming that, playing some MK1.
Okay. I have a lot of editing to do, a lot of vlogs to make. I'm getting back in the routine, gonna get back into jits, gonna get back into the gym. Been eating a lot better. I gotta go to the store to get my meal prep stuff going. I've been loving this Korean rice dish one that I make. It's so fucking good. I love it.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah. I put in my 3 weeks, but now 3 weeks at Sprouts. I accepted the job with Tim JOBINS. Fucking super excited. I was nervous about it. You know what I mean? And the deal's good. It's good enough to where I can leave Sprouts. I fucking love Tim. We love the gym.
Right.
I'm very excited to go to a job that you love doing. I've never experienced that.
Being around all those good people too.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting for sure.
And we're building something that we're both like that is passionate about. Tim, when I see Tim light up about it, I'm like, it lights me up because I'm like, okay, this is gonna be big. This could be big. This could be a big thing. And health reasons, it's gonna help me out a lot too.
Definitely.
But yeah. I'm very excited to start working with Tim and Mariah. I'm mostly going to be working with Mariah. I'm a little nervous. I don't want to let him down. But I believe in myself, and I know my capabilities.
Yeah, you got this. I know you don't want to let him down. You're going to kill it.
Yeah. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. And I want to vlog it. I want to vlog steps, too. That'd be cool. It'll be fun.
No vlogging at work, Schmidt.
Yeah. Schmidt's fucking vlogging, not getting anything fucking done.
Nah, that'd be good.
No, yeah, it's going to be cool. And to see Tim, how fast he gets shit done. He's building that new gym right now as we speak.
Right.
And every step. Same thing with Sean's fucking factory. His little sugar factory. These guys get shit done quick.
Well, the gym needs to get done quick just because his classes are getting so big. It's awesome. Just so cool to see all those people coming in for jiu-jitsu.
It's insane. Shout out to everyone in the gym. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I'm getting back in. They're all been messaging me.
Yeah,
hitting
yeah,
me
they
up.
miss you too for sure. 100%.
I know, dude. I feel like such a piece of shit. But I'm always gonna be honest with you, Jobins, of where I'm at, what I'm doing. Your boy's been down, but I'm gonna get back up. It's all about that. Waves, baby, waves.
Hey, the curve could be going up and down, but as long as you're steady projecting upwards, that's all that matters.
Exactly. So yeah, that's about my week.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to everyone. Again, I'm going to say it again. Huge, massive thank you to everyone who's bought our merch. We love you guys. We can't wait to see you fucking wear it. See some cool pics. Rep us for us. Can't wait to wear it on the pod. It ends. So I don't know if there was confusion with all that. We had it last for 21 days. So you had 21. It's on market for sale for 21 days. So we have to wait. Shipments have to wait until after that 21 days. After that 21 days, that's when the merch gets shipped, Jobins. So it's coming.
Thank you again. Like Schmitty said, love you guys
love
for
you guys.
the support. And I can't wait to rock it myself and just, look at it and be like, damn, this is our first drop. Like,
And
legendary.
It's so surreal that it's like I'm playing, it's like an NBA. You know what I mean? When you go in and here I am, I'm designing something that I'm going to wear and then also sell. And then it's going to feel cool once we get it and we put it on. That's when it's going to feel like, whoa, dude. We'll have to make some modeling things. We'll have to go model.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. If there's any models in the area, ladies, we need some. Let us know.
Oh, G. Willikers Batman.
Yeah. Gee, Willikers Batman. Yeah, that kid's fucking taking over. All right. Thanks for watching, Jobins. We love you. We'll see you next week. Deuces.
Peace.